Alright, if you're tired of the same overpowered MC story, you need to watch Renegade Immortal. It's raw, it's emotional, and it hits way harder than you'd expect. Trust me, this isn't your regular cultivation journey. Our story follows Wang Lin, an ordinary guy born without talent, without special powers, and honestly, without much luck either. But what makes him different isn't strength, it's his mindset. He's the kind of person who doesn't quit, even when the world's completely against him. In most Donghua, the main character gets gifted some ancient treasure or lucky encounter. Here, Wang Lin gets pain, loss, and a lot of suffering. His journey is long, lonely, and honestly, kind of depressing at times, but that's also what makes it so powerful. This isn't a story about becoming a hero. It's about survival. About someone who keeps pushing forward, even when the heavens themselves seem to hate him. Now, let's talk about the visuals. Because Renegade Immortal looks amazing. The art style fits the tone perfectly, dark, moody, and filled with detail. The world feels ancient, dangerous, and full of mystery. The backgrounds are beautiful but heavy, like every mountain and cloud carries history and pain. And when the action starts, it really starts. The battles aren't just flashy explosions, they have weight. When Wang Lin fights, it feels desperate, brutal, and emotional. Not like a show-off, but like someone fighting for their life. The animation team did an incredible job making every energy burst and movement feel impactful. Even the quiet moments, like when he's meditating or walking through ruins, look cinematic. It's not the most polished or colorful Donghua out there, but the tone? Spot on. You can feel the pressure, the exhaustion, and the determination in every frame. The sound design really surprised me. It doesn't rely on loud, epic music all the time. It lets silence speak. And that silence hits harder than you'd think. The soundtrack uses deep, emotional strings and haunting chants. It gives that sense of ancient power, like the world itself is alive. When fights happen, the music rises just enough to make the scene intense without drowning it. And in the calm moments, you just hear wind, fire, footsteps, little sounds that make the world feel real. Voice acting is also solid. Wang Lin's tone matches the story, tired, serious, but strong. You can feel that he's been through a lot, and it makes you respect him more. Now, I've got to be honest, Renegade Immortal isn't perfect. If you're used to fast-paced Donghua like Battle Through the Heavens or Swallowed Star, this one might feel slow. The pacing in the beginning takes its time, and it's not always clear what's going on if you haven't read the novel. There's also a lot of focus on inner struggle and reflection, which I personally like, but some viewers might find it a bit heavy or even depressing at times. And of course, since it's an adaptation of a massive novel, you'll sometimes feel like the story's rushing through moments or skipping details. It's not a deal breaker, but it's noticeable. Still, none of that ruins the experience. If anything, it adds to the atmosphere. Because this Donghua isn't here to make you comfortable, it's here to make you feel. For me, Renegade Immortal is one of the most underrated cultivation stories out there. It's not about showing off flashy powers or collecting treasures. It's about pushing yourself past the breaking point. Wang Lin doesn't get things handed to him. He earns everything, through pain, through loss, and through pure determination. The story feels more grounded, more human, and that's why it stands out. You actually care about the character. You want him to succeed, not because he's strong, but because he's suffered enough to deserve it. The mix of tragedy, loneliness, and quiet strength gives Renegade Immortal a really unique vibe. It's not for everyone, but if you like dark, serious cultivation stories with real emotion, you're going to love this one. So yeah, for me, Renegade Immortal gets a solid 8 out of 10. It's not perfect, but it's powerful. And it sticks with you long after the episode ends. The visuals are great, the music hits deep, and the story, well, it's one of those that stays in your head for a while. If you're into series like A Will Eternal, I Shall Seal the Heavens, or Perfect World, this one should be next on your list. If you're looking for a Donghua that's more about the journey than the destination, more about struggle than success, then Renegade Immortal is worth every minute. It's not flashy. It's not easy to watch. But it's real, and that's what makes it special. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more honest Donghua reviews every week.